Well, here we are having a chat with Craig Palmer. So we're sitting in your lounge room.
Yep.
We got Shauno from Rev Visuals doing the AV, and we've got Mish in the corner behaving herself.
Which is a nice change.
Yeah. And we're going to have a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
And how long have you been riding bikes?
Oh, on and off my whole life. Grew up.
Yeah, I've fallen off a few times myself, but
Yeah,
you carry on. Yeah.
No, I grew up in Rankin Park. Dad, we had trail bikes and things like that. So I rode through the bush, all the stuff that's housing estates and hospital and all that now was our backyard. So it was like,
wow.
You had push bikes, you had motorbikes, we used to go camping, we'd take the motorbikes, riding trails, all the stuff you can't do now, like up in the state forests and stuff. Had a Yamaha Chappie, I remember that. That was really cool with big balloon tyres.
Oh yeah,
And it was just different bikes along the way. Dad was a mechanic, so sometimes people would give him part payment in things, and so things would come and go. You never had something for long. You'd have it, and then he'd sell it, and then you'd have something else.
So, what was the first bike that you rode that you remember that was awesome?
Oh, honestly, the first one that I rode that I was really like, wow. And it was later on in life. I was in Canberra and I bought a GPZ 900R.
Oh, yeah?
And I was just like, and I rode it. I bought the bike in the afternoon, and the next morning I rode it to Newcastle.
Yeah, right.
To come and see Mum and Dad say hi.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
I had a long weekend. So I rode it like I was possessed.
As you would, yeah.
Back in the old days. And I think pretty much the front wheel didn't touch the ground a real lot. It was just insane. And I got to Newcastle and then decided I didn't want to be in Canberra anymore. So I just kept riding and I went up to Queensland.
So that would have had a solid disc front end, wouldn't it? Like that wouldn't have had the holes in it.
GPZ, it had the anti-dive brakes, which was a big deal. It was a really weird setup. You don't, like nowadays, much better. Solid discs at the front, single disc at the rear. But the GPZ, that was a revolutionary at the time. That was
everyone began whoosh.
Oh, it was quick and it was comfy and it just did everything. And it was amazing. Red and black.
So how long did you have that for?
Had it until I lost my licence on it.
Unsurprisingly.
Unsurprisingly. I believe it, and really stupidly, I was working at the brewery in Newcastle.
Yeah.
It was Bastille Day.
How many over?
Oh, it was 0.13.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
The cop who caught me did me a favour.
Right.
But I was absolutely hammered, and I was doing a wheelie down Wharf Road with a police car behind me with lights and sirens.
So you're a lunatic.
I was.
Yeah, right. He says was.
Yeah.
So have you been riding that whole time, or did you give it a break?
I've travelled a lot. I've moved and travelled around the world. So it's been on and off, but along the way in different countries, I've known people, met people. Bike people gravitate to bike people.
Yeah.
So met people, ridden some amazing things in Europe, ridden like Brenner Pass and stuff down in the Basque country and around Italy, ridden Vespers around Rome, which is honestly up there with the best motorbike riding you can ever do.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
A little bit in Norway, not much, but a little bit. A lot of stuff. England, France, just really cool
Mate,
places.
you've been on tour, haven't you?
Yeah, and the best part was a lot of those I didn't have to own a bike. It was just borrow something from somebody. So a bit in Germany, which got me a bit hooked on BMWs after that. I've sort of fell in love with the way they ride.
So you got a Beamer now.
Yep, big R18.
Yeah, and I was the paintwork on. I like a rusty bike.
Yeah, well, it's a wrap.
Oh, is it?
It's from when BMW launched the R18, so that's the first edition. They had a thing across Australia called a wrap battle at the dealers. So the dealers went off and put a wrap on the bike, and that's supposed to represent Newcastle and the rust and the steelworks and all of that. And I saw it and I liked it and I voted for it. And I won a pair of motorcycle boots that Mish now has, BMW motorcycle boots. So then
they could have given you the right size, couldn't they? Yeah.
Well, they were the right size. They just happened to be the same. We happen to be the same size in boots.
Yeah, right.
And then I went, I might as well just go and buy the bike. So, but I'd taken a lot of other things for a ride, and I didn't want to spend 10 grand more on a Harley. I just felt like I really liked. Don't get me wrong, I love the Fat Boys. I thought they were really cool. the sports. I wish the Fat Boy had some of the functions of the Sportster, the new Sportster S, because on with the GPS on the dial. So I felt a bit like I'm getting a bit ripped off. And also the Fat Boy, as cool as they are the Toyota Camry of motorbikes. They are everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just was like, and I took the A18 for a ride. And my way of testing a bike as I've gotten older is not to go quick, because they all go fast. All bikes go fast, all bikes handle, all bikes do things, all the stuff you're going to do until you're pushing it to the envelope. So I go and find a big multi-storey car park and I see how slow I can ride through.
Oh, I've never thought of that.
But it works.
Yeah, right.
And if you can, the bike's stable and you can go slow and you don't feel like, oh shit, I'm going to drop it and that. And that 18, I'm putting around, the speedo's not even moving and you're just going...
You're in.
Yeah. And
That's mine.
Yeah, this is it.
Well, see, I don't mind the rusty look because it means I don't have to wash it. And that's kind of, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I've got a kindred spirit here. He doesn't like to wash his bike either. But now I don't know what to think of you now with the wrap.
It doesn't have a lot of chrome on it, so which after the bike I had before that, there was a lot more chrome. So, yeah, it's a win.
So, have you had a spill or two?
On that, no.
No, but generally.
Oh, yeah. I've fallen off a few bikes, had a couple of crashes. And,
what's your best one?
Punting into the front wheel of a car many years ago and being thrown over handlebars.
The old Superman, backward Superman.
Backward Superman. A lot of standard dumb stuff. Run wide, gravel, lay the bike down, do a bit of damage, bit of skin rash, but get up again.
Broke a bone?
Not on bikes.
No, you haven't tried hard enough.
I've done it more sailing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and
that boom can get you.
Yeah, sailing is a lot more dangerous than you realise. But yeah, I've been lucky with bikes, but while I was a lunatic while I was younger, just something happened a little bit later and had a few close calls and suddenly went,
want it back a bit.
Let's try and match ambition with
talent,
talent and find a balance there, and also started to enjoy slowing down, being able to look at the scenery, because that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah, right.
And there's nothing like a bike accelerating out of a corner, but you get the same boost of coming through the corner slow and then just accelerating out, and you go, that's nice, and oh, isn't that nice? Oh, there's a nice cafe. I might come back there.
So, without a doubt. You own a motorbike, and it sounds like you've ridden a few places in the world, or many places in the world. Isn't it amazing that when you got a bike, how quick you build community?
Oh, there's just something about it. Like I like a lot of solo rides because it's often my go-to to turn the world off. Space.
Yeah, clear the head. And,
I like getting on the group rides, but it's often just sometimes it's like, I've had a big week, I've slept in, so I didn't get down there early enough, or we've got something on or whatever. But it is like, it's like a good friend that you don't see for ages, and then you go out there and it's like, oh yeah, how you going, guys? And
well, for me, it's like going to the movies. You go to the movies and like for 2 hours you're somewhere else, and so for 2 hours I'm like, shit, don't fall off. It's like, but it's like you're totally focused on something else. So which is kind of cool. So, you've been part of the bike community for a long time, but you've been part of the Up for a Ride community for about 3 years.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
So how'd you stumble across us?
Found you through Carl, like following Carl, and basically just seeing him post about you guys, and then sort of went, oh, okay, and so I sort of clicked on and had a look and joined, and then turned up, and I've done a few rides with you guys, and it's been great.
Tell us what really happened. No,
but it's been great. It's like you go along, and it's the usual. You roll up and you go for a ride, and there's the guys like yourself. You know where we're going. You know the road like the back of your hand. So off you go, and you go like crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'm there going...
within the limits of
within the limits of the law, of course.
For sure, yeah.
But like, you're off, and I'm like, cruising along, and I'm happy to sort of just take it easy. There's usually a couple of L or P platers, and I don't mind shepherding and watching them.
Yeah.
I got a big bike. It's big, fat, looks different, makes people look at it. So not a bad bike to be up near the rear.
Yeah.
And cruise, and and it's funny to see like a guys on the sports bikes our age, and you'll get to the spot where you guys all stop because we're at a T intersection.
Yeah.
And they're waiting, and you're watching them all stretch because they've been, they're on the Ducati.
100%, yeah.
And the bike's beautiful, but God, your back hurts now. But just the characters, great people, great bikes, so much history. I love going, like rolling up and you go, oh, something from It's the 70s, and it looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's brand new.
And there's a guy, Lordy, he's got some great old chat bikes.
Oh, yeah.
They're in magnificent condition. And any time he rolls up on one, everyone's like, "Oh, that's all right."
Yeah.
And and what I like is a collection of humanity that pulls together and from all over the place.
Yeah.
And we've got this common bond. And you got some photos taken the other day up
Carl.
at Big Carl.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I can't ride at the moment because of what's going on medically. So reached out to up for a ride for someone to ride my bike up to Carl's to get a photo shoot done. My daughters had bought the shoot. My daughters live overseas.
Yeah.
But they'd bought the photo shoot for me as a Christmas present. I think it was a Christmas or it might have been a Father's Day. But I hadn't got up to Carl's. And then it's like, with everything going on, it's like, I need to go and get this done. Mike from Up for a Ride put his hand up and Mikey T, and awesome bloke. Absolutely.
In the good bloke department, he's up there, isn't he? He's
just
like
such the nicest guy.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
He's Captain Kung Fu, He'll hate me that I said that.
No, but he told us about that, and you go, you would never pick it that he does a martial arts thing.
Well, I was at Craig and Chris's wedding,
Yeah.
and one of their relatives went, and who's a larrikin. He goes, "Sensei, like this," and I thought he was taking the piss. and he went from like, I don't give a shit about anyone to like, I'm humbly at your feet, and I'm like, what? And he said, "Oh, he's really high up and blah blah blah." But it's just Mikey T, but he's a terrific guy.
He's got that sort of very humble presence about him. He's not he just seems like just a genuinely nice guy.
Mate, he can get cranky. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I bet he can, and I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of it.
So why couldn't you ride the bike?
In the last 4 or 5 weeks, basically. I had I was at work. I wasn't feeling good. Was feeling a bit off, and noticed a couple of little things, and a bit sore, bit of gastric reflux, and as a guy, and guys are all hopeless about talking to doctors, and we're like, she'll be right, and it'll go.
Yeah.
But I just noticed I was going to the loo, and my pee was getting just steadily darker and darker and darker. It was just like going to a blood orange colour, but not like blood in it.
Yeah.
Just this really dark.
Like you had a diet of Barocca.
As if I've had like 50 Barocca in the morning. And it was like, but it was getting darker, and you're like, this isn't getting better. So called my doctor, and I was starting to get a bit sort of yellowy and stuff, bit jaundicey. And so I called my doc, went up, saw him on the Friday, was the soonest I could get in. Did a bunch of blood, like he looked at me and went, right, yeah, go and get blood tests, go and get scans. Yeah. So I went and did that. Monday I went to work, had a weekend just on the couch, just absolutely exhausted, fatigued as hell, wasn't feeling good. Went to work on Monday for a couple of hours. Like my partner was like, you shouldn't go to work. And I'm like, I'm just going to finish up the job that I've got. So that if I'm not well, it's that one, we've written a line under it. He rung while I was at work and he goes, I want you to put down what you're doing and go straight to the emergency department at John Hunter. And you're like, okay, that's not good.
No, yeah.
So called Mish and blah, 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 and came home, and she came home from work, and we went up to the hospital and went in, and they checked me out, and it was like, oh, you know, they did some checks and things. I went, oh, your gallbladder's blocked. You know, your gallbladder's probably got to come out, gallstones and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, bog standard. This is pretty run of the mill. And they're like, oh, we'll put you in and we'll, do an endoscopy and we'll stick a tube down your throat and we'll go in and we'll clear it out and you'll be fine. I went in and did that. And then came home after a couple of days, and I was, home for 2 days. And I was like, yeah, this is not good. I'm getting worse. I was back in a lot of pain, like straight under here, this really sharp pain, and down through here, and still getting really yellow. My eyes were like, I looked like a minion.
Yeah, right.
And
wow.
It was like...
Well, and you're a little bit yellow now.
I'm still yellow now.
Yeah.
And it was blocked up, so I go back up again, and they put me in again. And they're like, oh, no, we'll have to clear it out, and we'll have to put a stent in. So they put in a plastic stent, so what I call the Kia stent.
Yeah.
So they put in a plastic stent and said, oh, this will be right now, this will unblock it. And while I was there, they were doing some, checks, and that's when they did the MRI scan, because they did the CAT scans and they done all these ultrasounds. But then they were like, "No, we need an MRI. We've sort of spotted something on your pancreas, and it could be a cyst, it could be an infection. We don't know." And they'd mentioned cancer, and we were like, "Yeah." But the doc was like,
throw in the mix of 5 things.
Yeah,
you won't notice.
Yeah, it could be this, or this, and you go, and you just think cancer, no. And I'm thinking to myself, with my youth, cancer couldn't survive in my body.
Yeah. The shit that you put in your body. Yeah.
So anyway, so they send me, they do this MRI, and I'm supposed to go home from hospital that day because they put the stent in, and things are good, and the bloods are showing things are come back to a bit back to normal. And then they're like, in the afternoon, and just, you've got the curtain, and the nurse just sticks her head in and goes, "Yeah, you're not going home today." And I'm like, they've found something on the scan, haven't they?
Yeah.
So anyway, next morning, doctor comes in and he goes, "Yeah, we've found cancer on your pancreas." And he's like, and it's not, pancreatic cancer is not one of the good cancers. And you're kind of like,
No.
Are there good cancers?
Yeah. Well, what did you think? What was your first thought when he said that?
Probably the same. In your head, it's the same reaction as everyone when you tell them for the first time, which is pretty much everyone just goes, "Fuck."
Yeah.
But you got that, and then it's like, okay, tell me more. What's going on? I need to know more. Because it's not just like, oh, there's this, and that's what it is. It's like there's this massive range.
Yeah.
And
actually, if there's a time to get cancer, it's today. Like they're as smart about it as they've ever been.
And I tell you what, living where we live, Australia, with our health system, it's not perfect, but our health system, and then living in Newcastle with John Hunter and Mater Hospital as an oncology hospital for all the problems it's got at the moment, we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, they went in and they did a biopsy and confirmed it's cancer. And it's only, they were like, what'd they say, 1.2 centimetres? And now they're sort of saying it's about now they've looked a bit closer, it's about 1.5, 1.6. They had to go in again because the stent blocked up and I was going more yellow. So they put me under again, did another endoscopy, took out the Kia stent and put in a big, what I call a Volvo stent.
Yeah,
big
right.
Metal,
big solid.
Big metal fuck off one.
When it went in, like the doors.
Clunked in.
Yeah.
So that's all helped and things are coming down. But because I had like 3.5 weeks of being very septic, and as I've understood, being septic like that, it's ammonia. Basically, you're getting ammonia in your bloodstream. So I'm still really tired, really weary, really foggy in the head, itchy eyes.
You're poisoning yourself.
Yeah, and that's it. And then you've had 4 anaesthetics and not eaten properly. And now we're talking to the surgeon who goes, and by the way, because of that, your liver's gone to sleep. So your liver's not really working at the moment. So if I'm eating something,
you're a bag of shit, really, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Sorry, mate.
I am a 19. I'm an AMC Harley right now.
A diner, yeah.
An AMC Harley that's been not looked after. But then we've been in and talked to the doc, and it's basically this Monday coming.
You're going to...
Not even chemo beforehand.
So how did you tell Mish?
Told her that morning. She came up to the hospital, but the doc had been there just a bit like... I got the camera out and like we video chatted, and she sort of got told, and then she came up, and then when she arrived, it's like, righto, okay, well we got to, this is what it is, and let's do this, The doc's been the surgeon, who I've got a fantastic surgeon, is one of the best top guys for it. This is all he does.
That's what you want, really, isn't it? Like, this is my first one. You don't want him.
Yeah. And my sister works in John Hunter in that area, so she works closely with him. So when
she's plugged in.
Yeah, and the thing is, when he'd seen my name on the thing at the beginning, he was like, "Oh, that's Elisa's brother. Nobody's touching him but me."
Yeah.
So because my mum had died 1.5 years ago, and the whole thing, so the whole hospital, it's like the whole hospital knows who we are. We're frequent flyers. So, and very optimistic, and used words such as fortunate and curative. And I've learnt that doctors don't throw words around.
No, they wind it down. They don't wind it up.
They're more pessimistic, if anything. So we've been off and had the anaesthetics meeting, like the anaesthetist, and that was all cool. And then went and had the surgeons meeting on Monday, and walked out of there. Honestly, weren't we? We were like, you walk out and you went, and this is all like, it's all a bit like shit, and you're trying to be positive, and I'm pragmatic. I'm like, okay, this is what it is. Look at it factually, break it into small pieces, take it one step at a time, do what I'm told, because they're the experts. I don't know. They're,
one time in your bloody life.
Yeah, one time in your life. But you go, when you're sick, you listen to the doctors and the nurses, and if they say do this, you do it. You go,
well,
okay.
when cancer's involved, you're sitting up straight listening.
And he explained all the surgery, and it's a pretty big one. It's about 5 to 7 hours, and I'm calling it my extreme weight loss program, because they're going to take the gallbladder, a chunk of the bile duct, the head of the pancreas, a bit of the stomach, 20% of the stomach. Yeah.
Wow, there's 5 kilos.
Yeah, piece of the lower intestine. I've asked for some liposuction while he's in there. Just get the abs back.
Get the
six pack back, which he said he'd never been asked for before. But I thought, why not?
Mate, he's right there. I've got an idiot here.
But it's kind of like, you've got me open. So I'm going to have a nice big scar down here, because they don't do it laparoscopy anymore like the keyhole, because there's no point. And because they're messing with the pancreas, which is allegedly the one thing that all surgeons go, don't mess with the pancreas if you can. Better access. They're there. They've got more hands.
And your modelling career was over some time ago.
That was over many years ago.
So how'd you roll it out to your family? Like, it's not every day you get to announce something like that.
Look, a lot of people deal with things. Everyone deals with stuff differently, and big news and scary news. Stuff that's scary, I've always found the best thing to do is just face it head on. If it's scary, just face it head on, and it takes the fear out of it. So it's just one of those things I've just found that just works for me. Not everyone's the same. I just sort of told them. My sister knew because she was at the hospital. We basically just reached out, didn't we? And it was just over the next couple of days after we found out, it was like, well, we need to tell people. And it was as simple as that. They need to know. And we told people, and everyone's freaking out and da-da-da. And you get a lot of people like, oh, shit. And people are going to that sort of, oh, he's going to die, or this sort of thing. And you're going, no, we're pretty much thinking we've been really lucky. And the doctor confirmed that the other day. Like the fact that we've found this, because the gallbladder kept getting annoyed and making me really yellow, that they kept going in. We've been super lucky. Because it's under 2 centimetres. It doesn't look like it's spread. They're going to take a big chunk of me. Yes, my life's going to change. Yes, I've got to change the way I eat and stuff. I'm getting older. That shit happens anyway. And it's just one of those things. But telling people, it helps to talk about it, I find, for me, because it sort of demystifies it, and it's like the boogeyman. You shine a bit of light on him. Learning about it, factual stuff, staying away from TikToks and YouTube videos.
Well, it's the fountain of knowledge, really, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, there's some idiots out there. But it's just talk to people, be honest, face it, and find the wins, the small wins. Little things. I've signed up for, put my hand up for studies and signed up for research things at the universities. Our universities in Australia are incredible with cancer research. Sign up for things. There's different studies. So, yep, okay. You want me to fill out a questionnaire every now and again? If it helps. If what I'm going through, and I'm lucky, I'm catching it early. I'm not like stage 4, oh, mate, you got 3 months to live, And it's like, right, I'm taking up skydiving and I'm buying a Hayabusa or a H2, Kawasaki H2 Supercharge. I'm going to see how quick I can get to Perth. But, it's more that sort of, just sort of take it as it comes. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And find the small wins in it. And if out of this, something comes out of it that helps someone. If some guy out there who watches this goes, you know what, I've had a bit of reflux and I've got, this pain here that won't go away and I'm feeling a bit heavy in the back.
Get bloody checked.
The fatigue. And the fatigue was the thing that you wrote off, because you went, not 20 anymore, it's winter, I work in fixing medical equipment, so my immune system's slammed with shit all the time.
Yeah.
So you write a lot of it off. Something's having a go at me. But no, go and see a doctor. Get full panel bloods done. There are things for early detection of pancreatic cancer. It's very common. Bowel cancer, prostate cancer in men as well. There are plenty of things. Talk to your doctor about it because catch it early.
And interesting because I know there's a few guys on the page at the moment that are at different stages. Some are out, on the other side of it. Some are in the middle of it. Some are about to go into it.
Yep.
And anything from prostate cancer to, skin cancer to leukemia. And, the chats I've had with different people, it messes with your head.
And each one of those is its own demon.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned about cancer. Every type is its own demon. And then you've got chemo. Honestly, I've got 5 to 7 hour surgery coming up. I'm honestly more scared of the chemo.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh, this is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like having to go to a family reunion and be stuck with all that people you don't like.
You said that out loud right now, don't you?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like one of those things, it's in that realm of just like knowing that you've got to do this thing that's just going to be really unpleasant.
Well, when you haven't tried the path before, you make up the story about how it's going to be. And, its reputation is not good.
No.
And
it really needs a new advertising agency.
Yeah. What's the pathway? So you got the Op Monday.
Yep.
What's the pathway to the next ride on your Beamer?
If all goes well, and as the doctor said, he's not expecting any big surprises, not expecting any big complications. When they tend to operate, they're taking out lymph nodes because cancer loves a lymph node and loves to get in there and then spread. And you can only really detect cancer when it's active and it's splitting, like the mitochondria and everything. It's actually splitting. Seems to be the way our scans work, our technology works now. So it's very good at hiding. So that's where they take these lymph nodes around you, like the area. So they're going to take about 10 away from me around the area, which won't be a problem. And then they'll have a look. And they're like, if we get 0 lymph nodes, we're off to a really good start.
Yeah.
If we get 1 to 3, pretty good. If we get 3 to 5, 3 to 7, okay. And then if we're 7 to 10, all right, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
He was expecting pretty much, what was he saying? He was like 0 to 3. He was talking about with the lymph nodes. He's like, he goes, and if we find we get cancer and there's nothing else anywhere nearby, he says the chemo might be really small. So because I'm learning,
it depends what they.
Yeah, chemo is very dependent on what you've got, what type of cancer you got, how old you are, how healthy you are. You're like, you start reading about this and you go, I had no idea.
And often they open you up and it fires it up.
Sometimes they open you up and they just close the door again. They go, no.
Well, when we spoke on the phone, I was amazed about how upbeat you were, and I'm like, this dude's just got, is about to hit an operation on his bloody pancreas, and with the big C involved, and
I've done dumber shit than this.
Yeah, and I was impressed with your attitude, because I'm under no illusion, and we talked about it, that your mental attitude going into it counts for something. And
same across everything in life, really.
Yeah.
Hop on. It's like you hop on a bike. If you get fixation on that tree, what are you going to hit?
Don't hit the rock. Don't fucking hit the rock. It's like.
But it's the same thing. If you get that fixation on the negative, that's where you're going to end up. You've just got to have that. And it's not like, it's going to be okay and it's all sunshine and roses and rainbows and unicorns. It's not. It's like, this is going to suck, but done plenty of other things in my life that suck and got through them.
And look, I feel like this about work sometimes. You're hammering all day. You could have a shitty attitude, or you go, you know what, let's make the most of it, and at least be positive about it. But you've taken that on as a concept in spades, and I have no doubt that that's going to be a positive thing for you. Now, you know, when you wake up, you know, going,
next week.
Shit, that hurts. You know, draw on that.
Well, actually, I'm looking forward to it. This sounds stupid, but from having a misspent youth, I'm like, there's a part of me that's just going to relish waking up, being loaded up with
Juice.
Government-funded opiates that are top shelf,
Oh,
and just going.
got me more of them.
I actually call the anaesthetist when I'm in the hospital with everything, and they're coming around the nurses with the drugs, and I just call them the drug dealers.
Yeah,
they are. They crack up at it, and I'm like, my dealer's here. What have you got for me? But yeah, they're going to give me an epidural, which is common with this allegedly because.
So you're going to be awake.
No. They're going to put me out for it.
I'm going.
No. They're
giving. Oh, look at that! That's my gizzard.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
they're going to give me some.
I've never seen a pancreas.
Yeah,
before.
let's fucking go. Let's show you the mirror. They've got. They'll give me some morphine, get me a bit sort of hey. I've got to sit forward like this. Somewhere on my back here, they're going to do an epidural.
Pop one in.
Yeah, pop one in, which are allegedly they're heaps of fun. But yeah, and that the idea is it'll make me sort of numb down all here. Because of the gall and everything they're going to do, what happens is you tend, because it's right below your diaphragm.
Yeah.
So the big worry is that you don't breathe properly. You breathe very shallow because it hurts. So by doing this, you breathe deeply and you get the oxygen that you need. And it just keeps that all working the way it's supposed to. And within 48 hours, they're going to have me out walking. And you think, geez, that's mad. But yeah, and and then it's like a whole thing with you got to get the whole gastrointestinal system up and firing again, and learning to eat and swallow food and process things, and there's going to be some really bad farts, I've heard. But like,
look out!
These are all the things that they're going.
Well, if we check in,
yeah.
To see how you're going, it'll be via video conference.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you that.
Yeah. Don't come in, mate. The walls they'll be repainting the walls.
So you know, the speed of when you've been told versus the operation. Is there something in that says, you know, get this bloody thing out of me?
There's a haste to it that I've noticed from the doctor's side once they've identified it,
yep.
Which is a haste to do with we've caught it early and we're getting it out before it gets a chance to grow and do anything. This is 100% Medicare. This is 100% public health system. This is not I've got private and I'm getting to jump the queue or anything. This is how medicine works, which is triage. Private healthcare gets you a flash room in a nice hospital on your own. And if you're spending weeks in hospital, trust me, sitting in a room on your own is boring as fuck. You meet people.
Unless you don't like people.
Well, there is always, you know, you can get people get people that annoy you.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's other people in the room, and you're making friends and stuff. Yeah. But there's more social contact. But this is not happening fast for any other reason that the doctor has gone, yep, let's get this gone.
Yeah, but you'd be feeling, I'm guessing, you'd be feeling like that. Say, well, look, this every day it's not good for me.
No, I'm feeling good. Every day there is a thing in the back of my mind going, this little bastard's growing.
Getting worse, yeah.
So let's get it out. And I'm looking forward to coming through the other side and then talking to him and saying, okay, what do we find? And within a week, what was he talking about? 7 days, maybe 7 to 10 days, I'll have all the paths back and then we'll know then. And it's like, it's those steps of knowledge. And then that's the facts, and it's all a little bit like Dragnet, just the facts man, you know. But get the facts and then go from there. So don't write the book until you've got to that chapter.
So in your mind's eye, and again, you're a positive guy, in your mind's eye...
next spring I'll be back on the bike.
Yeah, but you know, I'm going, what are some of the events that will signify, and as an example... I had a bad neck break, and you know I was a mess for about a year. In fact, I'm a mess, full stop, to be honest. But
we all are. We're over 45.
But one of the things for me, and I did it on a mountain bike. One of the things for me was a symbol that I'm back, was to ride my bike across the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and there's a big set of stairs coming off.
Know the ones, yeah.
Yeah, and just belt over them hard and brrr, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm back, right? And it was an awesome feeling, and the thought of just getting that downhill rush was sort of with me that whole time. And have you got something? I know you mentioned your bike.
Me, it will be a couple of things. Definitely to go for a ride and just go for a nice ride up around the beaches. Probably go down around the beaches, down central coast, cut across and come back up the other side of the lake or something like that. Just do a bit of a lap of the lake, just a bit of a ride.
Suck in some salt air.
Which is really good. Look at the water, look at the beach. Just take it easy and enjoy the bike. Another awesome thing will be to go up to Queensland with Mish and go and see the grandkids.
Yeah.
That's probably to go, and whether we drive up or we fly up or whatever.
That'd be the pointy end of things,
yeah,
wouldn't
but 12 months from now, it'll be only about $9 million to go Jetstar to Queensland. And you'll have to sell a kidney to put your bag in overhead.
Well, get them to whip one out for later. We'll save
I'll keep it on the side for Jetstar. But, it's like they're little things, but it's like life's getting back to normal. That's what it'll be, and getting back to work. It'll be a big thing for me. And my employer's been absolutely incredible. I could not ask for anything more. They've been so good.
And when you hit with something like this and you're on the other side of it, you get an appreciation for life. Like when you just go through life and nothing really happens, you just go from one day to another. I call it puppy syndrome. You just sort of grow up, you don't notice. But I would imagine that when you get on the other side of this and you're just smelling that salt air, you'll have an appreciation for, I've got another shot at this and I got it.
I've done I've done so many fucking dumb things in my life. I have really pushed it to the edge so many times, and literally, of all the things if I look at the stats of not surviving it, this is not even in the top 10.
Of dumb things shit. I've done. Yeah,
shit that
so you've felt this feeling before then.
It's like that song, that Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah. I've ticked.
Does that have a chorus to sing? No,
but I have ticked so many of those boxes and been so lucky. But so I was talking to my best mate here, and we were actually talking about something, and he's financially wealthy. And done what everyone says, like society says, go out, collect heaps of money, go and buy things, have properties, have this, have that, have things. This will make you happy and successful. And honestly, he's a lovely guy. He's not happy. And all the people around him that are like that are the same. They're all not happy. I know a whole heap of them, and they're the most unhappy people I know.
Mate, if you've got bloody grandkids, you're the richest guy I know.
I have travelled the world, lived in foreign countries, immersed myself in the cultures, learnt the language, worked there, lived there, made friends there. I've raised children in another country with a foreign wife who I'm still friends with. I got divorced. We're still good friends. I've done all these different amazing jobs because people go, can you do that? You look at people doing it and you go, well, if they can do it, I can do it. I have blagged it into so many things. I've done, just the experiences I've had. And I was talking to my mate and I said, you know what? I am incredibly wealthy because all of those things, those experiences I've got and I carry with me. I don't even need a suitcase. I just got them with me all the time. And that's, to me, that's a successful life. I've got a younger daughter who's very similar. And I'm like, go, see the world. Go and do it before they blow it up. But coming back on the other side of this, yes, I think things will taste a little nicer, a little better. You'll appreciate things a bit more because you get through. And, hopefully it's like come through the other side of this and they go, yeah, we got it. It's gone. We'll do some follow-ups, but yeah, you're good. Well, and that's the plan.
Well, Craig, I've loved chatting with you. And what I know about humanity is when people lose their why, it's never good. Right?
Oh, yeah. Got to have a why.
In my conversations with you, particularly on this subject, previously and then now, you got plenty of why. and actually, that's such a force of life. And good luck on Monday. And good luck when they plug in on the juice. And hopefully not too much juice because they've caught it early and whatever. And I look forward to going for a ride with you when you're back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll be down at the Oak and looking to go for a ride when it's all back. A nice Wiseman's Ferry ride will be good actually. I enjoy those.
Little Sunday fun day.
Yeah, little Sunday,
Craig?
full Sunday fun day. And
Go. Oh, sorry, go.
One little tip I've learnt about all of this.
Yeah.
All the guys out there around our age, if you're 30 and above, check your superannuation, check you have income protection insurance.
Yeah.
Because when this happens, the money runs out. And I was lucky I've got that, and that keeps us afloat during this 6 months.
Yeah.
So just log on, check, and tick the box.
So, Craig, I had no idea you were going to do a plug for insurance. I'm sitting here holding your bloody hand. Is that awkward? I love it, mate. Good luck for Monday. What time is it? What time is it?
We think probably 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a full day thing. And
I'll text you at 9 so how you
Yeah,
know,
no worries.
mate.
I'll be right. Yeah.
Righto, cheers. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers, Will.